Well, I guess this is kind of part two for the mushroom resort here. So we were working on the hotel last time and we ran out of quartz. As you can see from the 2 blocks of quartz that I have. This whole thing is supposed to be quartz. 2 is not going to cut it. So we're going to be looking for a solution to that today. I have some ideas for some technical projects that I mentioned last time. Ooh, spoilers. But I want to get started with the quartz thing first because that's going to need some time to marinate, sort of. You'll see as we get into it. So, how do we get quartz? The most obvious is, of course, just mining some quartz ore. I was wandering around looking for piglins and bam! Look at all this quartz ore. This is the other way you can get, the second way you can get quartz. If we're lucky. Occasionally the piglins will trade quartz. Not quartz blocks, but like quartz, the crystal-y stuff. They'll trade it for gold. Looks like we didn't get lucky here. Just a bunch of obsidian and glowing arrows. But yeah, so the piglin method is pretty unreliable, as you just saw. We didn't get what we wanted. But there is sort of a secret third way. And conveniently, it involves villagers. So we're gonna need a stonemason, and you maybe are already guessing where this is going. However, I don't think we actually have a stonemason. I'm looking for a stone cutter because that's their workstation. All right, so we're gonna need to make a stone cutter, which I believe... Aha! It's taken a while, but I'm actually learning some of the recipes. So we need a novice. Oh, I didn't know he gave colored stuff. Okay, so that leather worker might be... Oh, also an armorer that's a novice. Well, we have 2 armorers, so let's go... Which one do you think which one of them is using? Is this the novice or is this the master? Ah, there we go. Okie dokie. So we'll put the masters back, and then we're going to switch the novice out to be a stonemason. So we're going to need to trade with this guy because there's a trade that he gives, emerald for quartz, and it takes a little bit of trading. So let me snag my emeralds. This is why I have the supplies box. I just have some random junk in here just in case, oh, maybe I need a diamond or 2, or maybe I need some emeralds. It's proved very useful, like surprisingly so. It's quite nice. Oh man, what am I gonna do with all these bricks? Oh boy. Okay, there we go. We leveled him up 1. He's unlocking new trades. And there's no quartz yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stone for emeralds? Aha, that's, I have stone. No, I don't have stone. What in the world? Aha, I do have stone. Wow, all this time I've been doing like pumpkin trades and paper trades. And there's a guy that trades for stone. Like that's gotta be one of the things everyone has like way too much of and wants to get rid of, you know? Now, one pretty major issue with this is how often he reset. Oh, sweet, he already reset. So, if it takes him a really long time to reset, we could potentially be in trouble. Hopefully this will get us the trade we're looking for. Okay, so what's the max of this? We have 1 regular block of quartz. 12. We can only trade 12 quartz blocks at a time. Okay, well, this means that our emeralds are now a 1-to-1 for quartz, which is pretty big. It means we can just get quartz whenever we need it. But it means I'm going to have to do probably a lot of trading off camera and a lot of waiting around. So now you can see why I wanted to do this first. He still hasn't reset his trade. So, yeah, probably the most realistic solution is actually just to have a ton of masons. So that way we're not too limited by them refreshing their trades, you know? So we have a way to get quartz, but now we need a way to get emeralds. I don't remember which chest. Let's use the cool holo projector. All right, looking for the food chest. Aha, light blue, so down and right. Down, right. Hey, that is awesome. There's no pumpkins in here. There's only jack-o'-lanterns. I think I have something on the surface. Oh yeah. I can always count on this farm. Oh wow, here's all the stuff. Okay, so we only need probably, actually 24 is probably fine. So we're gonna set up a fully automatic pumpkin farm right in the inside of the hill here. And conveniently, it's pretty easy to set up and it's extendable, so we can put like as many modules of it as we want. Oops, we only need one redstone dust. That's how cheap it is. So let's pretend the pumpkin is growing here. Actually, let's make sure we're not running into the hotel. I placed the border here. Oh, it should be fine as long as we're going back into this corner. I was thinking about having this be like a boiler room connected to the hotel, and it has like the pumpkin farm in here. But yeah, basically we have the pumpkin. We have an observer over where the pumpkin plant will be so that it gets updated. And then we just have a piston here and then a block above and redstone. Ta-da! Oh, you can't use the hoe on the mycelium. Interesting. Didn't know that. Yeah, see? So there you go. And it kind of shoves it. You'll notice it kind of shoves it over to the left. So what we do is underneath we have hoppers. And you'll notice this is all fitting in like a one wide area. Very simple. For now, I'll just break the plant. But yeah, it pushes it down, breaks the pumpkin, and the hopper picks it up because this is not a full block, the farmland. And then we can just copy this this pattern as much as we want sideways. And there's our automatic pumpkin farm. So we can extend it out as far as we want. And something to note is you'll notice the alternating blocks and alternating redstone. That is to prevent, or well, to minimize how many pistons get triggered. Because if they aren't alternating, the redstone will just go all the way down the entire line and all the pistons will trigger at the same time when just one plant grows. So it'll just be like, pew! And that can actually slow down the pumpkin growing a little bit because while the pistons are there, then it doesn't count as a valid space for the pumpkins. And anyway, so I have it set up alternating to minimize that. It still does do that to a little bit of an extent, but like if this one grows, it'll do this one and its neighbors, next door neighbors, but it won't do this one. So it helps a little bit. This isn't the most efficient farm. I mean, I made it, so it's pretty much guaranteed it's not efficient. I don't think it's unique to me. I'm sure there's other people that have made similar designs, but anyway, I've been picking up quartz just in between takes here. I have a ton of iron, so I've just been changing some of the iron blocks into regular iron, trading it, and conveniently you get as much as you need to get the quartz. And then once I have a full stack of quartz, I just run over here, slap the quartz in there, and let it cook into smooth quartz, because that's what we're using for the main building. We should be able to start just passively getting pumpkins, and we can trade them to a farmer villager. And that'll be another way if we run out of iron. Oh, you know what? I did not even think of this. Okay, so there's a thunderstorm happening right now. Thunder, if it strikes a villager, can turn them into a witch. So we need lightning rods. I don't think a witch will attack a villager. But I mean, we don't want our, we don't want our quartz villager turning into a witch, for example. Speaking of which, oh boy. Oh, we only have one copper. Back home again. Let's see, where is our valuables? As you can see, I haven't really labeled things very well. This iron might be it. So, well, yeah, that's not the one we were looking for. There's another one here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's this iron block. Very not obvious. So it's in the yellow quadrant? Ah, yeah. Right here. There's some more. Yeah, see, we need to like maybe put an iron bar here. Yeah, that's a little more obvious. How do you make a lightning rod? It's that. Oh, wait. Okay, okay. What I like to do is I'll look up the recipe and then I'll like start over. I do this with when I was learning commands too. And then I start from the beginning and then do it. And that way I kind of have the muscle memory attached to it. I might like go do something else, you know, just run around, just maybe craft in a different spot. And that's kind of like a little bit of a memory trick. And now I'm probably not going to forget that. All right, so let's just, for now, this will be a temporary solution. You know, I'm going to leave this on fire because I don't know if fire can actually like burn up mushrooms. It doesn't look like it. So I think that's a good place to put them. We're going to put them on top of a couple mushrooms. We don't want to put them on top of this thing. That thing will, it will light on fire and, yeah. The trouble is, I don't know how far down it goes. So like, if this gets hit by lightning, is it going to zap a villager who's standing here, for example? Or even, you know, inside here, like maybe right here. I think that's far enough away, but yeah. Ah, the price went up. I didn't know it could do that. 2 emeralds for a block of quartz. I've been trading with him like constantly, so that's probably why it went up. But yeah, we need another mason. So we will we'll swap the Fletcher for another mason, I think. Hopefully he finds a job site. There we go. Okay, so we got another one of these guys. So we can go on to the next idea, which has to do with leads. So you know how with leads you can like leash stuff and then you can like pull it around and it comes with you and it's like kind of cool, you know? Well, what I was thinking is what if we could leash, like say an iron golem to a villager? So it looked like they were walking around with like pets and like the stray cats, for example, the villagers could leash to that. Like if we could just have it leash with whatever animal happened to be here, maybe mushrooms too. And we could bring in other creatures like, you know, rabbits, dogs, and just make it look like a really vibrant environment. I think that would be pretty cool. And so we'd have to do this with command blocks, which means we need a price. That's how we use command blocks in this series. But it's just a visual thing, right? You know, it's just a villager with a pet. So I figure maybe we could just have like an area where like we store leads. And if there's a lead in there, then a villager can get a pet. But if there's no leads, then they can't. So like we'd have to keep it supplied with leads. And then that way we could kind of control how many pets or, you know, guardians or whatever they have with them. So first off, we need to check how, like, which tag exists. So let's see if both the iron golem and I have the leash tag or if just one of us. So the iron golem has it. Do I have it? I don't. Okay, so this is really good because what that means is we're only going to have to modify one entity with the command. We won't have to modify both. That's going to simplify things a lot. Okay, let's just run this command on the nearest guys here. It might be just as easy as doing this. It says modified. Oh, a leash popped off. Okay, so we might need to do some modifiers in terms of how... Oh, the leash popped off again. Okay, so is this a distance issue or is this a something else issue? Because it's using the closest iron golem and the closest villager. So this should be... Oh, it's a distance issue. Look at that. He has a pet iron golem. Okay, so the command works. So if he wanders around, the iron golem... Oh, dude. Oh, the iron golem is... he doesn't want to hang out anymore. Or no, maybe he's stuck under this. Oh, wow. Dude, can you just imagine like a villager walking a cat or a dog? This is going to be the best village that exists. That's going to be so cool looking. Okay, this is a good idea. This is 100% a good idea. And because we're going to use... Oh, wait. This is a cheated for leash, effectively. Let's not pick up those. When we're doing it the normal way, because we'll have exchanged a single leash for the command, then we'll be able to just pick up leashes that are on the ground, no big deal. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this setup might work here. I have 2 command blocks. One of them does the leash command that we just tested, and the other one does, well, it removes one of these, I think. That's kind of what we're testing. I'm not 100% sure. It should select a random villager on this island, and it should only remove a lead if it successfully finds one, because sometimes it won't successfully find. In fact, maybe a lot of the time. Okay, I had to click this a lot of times, but theoretically somebody should be leashed. So there's one villager that was leashed to an iron golem. That was the beginning. Or that was the test or whatever. It's not super promising. Okay, it might honestly just be this broken lead, which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, I replaced the lead and pressed the button like 15 more times. So there should be... Oh yeah, this librarian did not have a pet golem last time we checked. So it is working. The fact that I have to click it so many times is pretty annoying. Oh, wait a second. I had it set to sort arbitrary, which you'll notice always gives the same villager. It's supposed to be random. There, okay, now it's gonna work a lot better. Now we just need some pets for our village. I have some Pokemon balls here. We can use them to catch some creatures. They don't always work every time. There we go. There we go. Get a baby llama. Oh boy, they're all gonna hate me. Oh, maybe not. Ah, a pig. Regular cow. A sheep. Oh man, we're gonna have a good spread of creatures here. Aha, the final creature. Perfect. So probably all of these creatures aren't going to get paired up immediately, but we'll just put them all in the middle of everything. And we will unleash them all. Okay, I've had enough of pressing this button. So we're gonna do something that's maybe a little dumb. We're gonna do repeat. And it still needs redstone, so it's not just going to be running whenever, but every time we press this button, it's going to be running as long as the button is pressed. So it'll probably attach a few more. Oh, this guy has 2 pets. And he locked his pet in. Oh no. Okay, this is actually not as dangerous as I thought it was. It's actually finding so few matches that sometimes you press the button and it doesn't actually remove anything. But the success rate is slightly higher. So let's go take a look. Oh, a pig and an iron golem. It's kind of cool. The way it's set up, they can actually have like 2 pets sometimes. And oh yeah, he has a pet iron golem. I thought the villagers were leashed together. Oh yeah, sheep, another iron golem, and a llama. Look at this. It's like a full, oh yes, he has a pet cow. I'm surprised that none of the mushrooms have wandered in close enough to get leashed. I guess they're wild, you know. Cool. This is actually, oh my goodness, this is actually seeming like a little village. Yeah, so that's gonna be like a major point of like life and variety for this area. Super cool. That little button is quite awesome. But I think it's time that we actually see if we have enough pumpkins. Ooh, a stack and a half. Oh. Okay, I finally gave in. The pistons are all on the side now. The redstone I also consolidated. Standing on pumpkins. Yeah, so there's just a block above the observer and then redstone on everything else. And it triggers all the pistons every time anything grows, which is not ideal, but oh, we don't want a villager falling in here. But yeah, when stuff like this happens, something at the end will grow and it'll get pushed all the way into the center. Because yeah, the up and down method was just not as consistent as I thought. When I had tested it, I tested it in like a one module thick area, and so that was causing problems, I think. Where's the farmer? Oh, yeah. So when there's like a bunch of modules next to each other, the inconsistency seemed to increase. But let's get some emeralds. Despite how small those numbers seem, it's actually proving to really add up, because it's like we can get it on demand, basically. Like that's like the main draw. Here, let's cook this up. Oh yeah, a stack of smooth quartz is done. Look how much we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then some regular stuff for the floor. It's pretty nice. Oh, almost forgot. Let's break down this quartz. I've been holding on to this the whole episode. Oh man, inventory's full already. 2 extra quartz, all right. 50, and I think we had a little bit of an extra or an empty stack, so we probably got about a stack. But like you can see, way better to get it from trading. Oops, my bed's back over here. Where we can just get it, you know, the quartz on demand. Man, it's so hard to tell between the regular quartz and the smooth quartz. Okay, so let's get the pattern up. This is that 4-2-1 pattern that we were doing last episode. Here's the 2, here's the 1. Got like a shark fin there and a shark fin over there. So now we can actually maybe finish the lobby that we started last time. I made a bunch of cyan glass because we have a ton of glass. It was the quartz that was limiting us. So first issue I've noticed is this area. This is where you're supposed to like go back to get to your room. This is very cramped right here. So I think what we need to do is move this manager's office and scoot it a little bit closer. Because look at, this is where the hotel ends, and there's like a 2-block gap here, which is completely unnecessary, and we should just slide it over basically. So I swapped the desk from there to here, and we'll give them a little bit of a view, because there's got to be at least some perks working at a resort, right? So they have a view now to the ocean. And then we'll just partition their bedrooms a little better. Yeah, this is a little bit of a better split. We got the desk over there, the 3 bedrooms, because we have 3 front desk managers. And the walkway over here is a lot more open for when the guests go back to their rooms, aka the other villagers. So we have a decision to make. 2 actually, but they're kind of connected. So what block do we put here? Smooth quartz or tiled quartz? And additionally, what block do we put on the ceiling? And I think that those are connected because probably whatever we put here is going to be what we put there. Because it's a hotel, right? So usually the floors above look the same as the floors below. So we'll end up just putting the same block there. But we can either go smooth and continue this theme, because do you remember we had the transition where it's like tiled, which is like structured, and then we get past here and it's like freedom, resort, vacation. And so we could kind of continue that, or we could go tiled. Wow, that really does not fit. It messes with the whole transition. All right, let's just go smooth then. It's fine with me. You know, to save on blocks, I mean, we're going to do slabs on the floor, but if we do that on the ceiling, we might actually get a little bit of additional headroom, which makes it feel more open. Ooh, those shadows are kind of ugly, though. Can we get rid of those? Huh. Now look how nice this looks. There's no weird shadows over here. Maybe we could do a transition of stairs into slabs. Man, shape-wise, I like this a lot better. Kind of how it goes up and then it goes down, and it's like it's just more interesting, and it feels more open too because the ceiling goes up from where the wall is, so it's like it's trying to give you more space. There's some weird lighting glitches still, but maybe it's that transition from slab to block. So if we swap that over to stairs, it might be all right. Wait, I thought quartz didn't work in the stone cutter. Wow, I could have just saved myself a bunch of bunch of resources. Oh boy. Well, cool. I think this is going to be a good place to end it. We've done a ton of work on our hotel now that we have a consistent way of getting quartz, and it's really starting to come along. I think we're probably going to be putting like paintings or stuff here, maybe some carpets down the hallways, but that'll be for a future episode. And we even got the boiler room hooked up back here. So, ceiling and the walls aren't finished, but the hotel is coming along quite nicely. But I think that that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed more work on the villager resort, the mushroom resort. I certainly did. Really happy with what we accomplished, especially with like the pets and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'll catch you in the next one. Later, later.